made this man kill him. It's corruption. The reason this young man was killed, he said the police service receives close to 56 billion shillings.
That all these police commanders, the IG and all those people involved that will summon, including the CS, can appear before the plenary. Not even to your committee, but before the plenary, so that we can ask serious questions that maybe the 9 of you might be able.
Albert Omondi Ojwang was arrested in Homa Bay County by DCI detectives for the offense of false publication. Records indicate.
Well, when we examine the whole the pattern of the injuries, especially on the head, the bleeds, the hematoma that are found on the head.
Understanding that there is somebody who has been alleged to have reported that Ojwang had published something about him. How does the justice system work, Mr. Speaker? How does it work?
Senator,
can it be...
Senator Eddy, what is this information that you'd wish to share to aid Senator Mtata's contribution?
What I want to share with Senator Mtata is there is a serious person who works in the police rank who had an issue with this young man, and there's nothing to inquire about him. At the very least, let the young people in Kenya see that at least this person is behind bars, or at least has written a statement for which can form a basis for any kind of inquiry. There is nothing to inquire about a DIG who had an issue with this young person, Mr. Speaker. What is there to inquire? Senator, and is the one who sent for him, Mr. Speaker. What is there to inquire?
Senator Eddy, I've given you some latitude because we wanted to know, to understand the information you wanted to volunteer. Nevertheless, Senator Mtata, if that is helpful, you may proceed.
Well, it is helpful to the extent that we have not seen the tweet. Personally, I have not seen the tweet that has been referred to, or the insulting statement that's alleged. I have not seen it. Naturally, this thing would have been floating around. So it looks like if there was one, there's a very heavy cover-up that we are not able to leave it to the ordinary law enforcement mechanisms to get to the root of this matter. That's why I would like people like Senator Sifuna here, Senator Mandago, and people, and the bull of Nandi, Senator Cherargei, to sit on this issue and try to bring closure to this. We had Gen Zs killed in this country. It's close to a year today. No stone has been turned. And if it has been turned, what was seen under that stone has not been told to us. That's what I'm saying, as the ultimate house. And that's why I read this constitution. 258 clause 2A. National security is our business. And national security includes the lives of Kenyans. A life of a Kenyan has been lost. Many lives have been lost. Nobody has been held accountable. That's why I'm saying that in this particular matter, we form a body, a committee of inquiry the way it was done when J.M. Kariuki died, and the way it was done recently when this lady was killed by the British soldiers. And we unearth the evidence we can get and force law enforcement to act. If we leave it to law enforcement, we are going to complain, daylight, sunset, and the things will go cold. Let this house take charge and get to the bottom of this matter, turn whatever stone there is to be turned, look under that stone, and tell the world what they see. That's what we need. Otherwise, we are going to end up nowhere. They are going to sanitize this thing and it's going to disappear. This was a murder. We even have information this guy was taken to Central Police Station when he was bleeding. We would like these people to have a forum where they can come and tell us what they saw without fear of being victimized.
Mr. Speaker, we have to be serious. We are playing with fire. I was an adult when there was detention without trial. Detention without trial was a bad thing, but being killed in a police cell is worse than detention without trial. It reminds me, Mr. Speaker, of the impunity we saw when, Mr. Speaker, then Vice President Moi lied to the country that Josiah Mwangi Kariuki had traveled out of the country when they had killed him. The same impunity we saw the police tell the country that Dr. Robert Ouko had committed suicide when they had killed him. The same impunity, Mr. Speaker, that I saw in South Africa in 1977 when an intellectual, Steve Biko, was brutalized in a police station, and they faced the world and they told the world that the guy had died from starvation. The whole world woke up and moved against South Africa to stop apartheid. I'm asking that this matter be escalated to a level whereby we must bring fear in government for government to respect human life. Mr. Speaker, it is not enough to ask that the Deputy Inspector General resigns. We want the same speed which we saw when our colleague was killed last month, when arrests were made. We want Mr. Eliud Lagat to be arrested so that he can write a statement from a police station for it to be clearer to him that he has a responsibility. Mr. Speaker, the police officers who went to Migori and brought this boy from home to Nairobi so that Lagat could see him when they are slapping him around should equally be arrested. Why are they walking free? As far as I'm concerned, seeing the shape of that face, the guy could not possibly, would have wanted to hit the wall using the front of his head. It is only Parliament, Mr. Speaker, which can bring this to an end. We must protect our children. Members of Parliament in the National Assembly and here, that boy who is lying there is not in any way different from our own children. And it is this Parliament that will bring this to an end.
Speaker, the autopsy results are already out, and it shows that he went through a really brutal death, and it's really sad. We're in a month where we want reparation and healing. We want this country to move forward. And I know that this is going to anger a lot of Kenyans. What I ask for is absolute expedition of the investigation, and I ask for the police for once to stand for the people of Kenya, to stand for justice, and to change their ways. Because if we try and play around with this case, it will not be good. The Right Honorable Raila Odinga has issued a statement on the same. It is time for us to address the wrongs and the rot that we have in the police service, but it's not all the policemen. I want people to know, I've seen on social media, people calling for burning of police stations, attacking politicians. I want Kenyans to understand we're in this together. The police force is not all bad. The police force is there to serve us. So as we give condolences, as we ask for investigation.
Under the new constitution is no longer a force, it's a service.
Yes, actually, Utimishiko Wote, yes, I understand that, Mr. Speaker. Thanks for the correction. I just pray that the family finds peace and that we can do something right now to bring justice to this young man and all the lost souls that we've had in our country. Police brutality should end. The police should do what they're mandated to do and do it within the rule of the law as mandated and asked for by the President. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Bowen.
Director Senator Nduro Mbata, thank you for coming back, because what we are discussing is a matter of national importance that needs a lot of attention. So I was saying that maybe this week you should suspend any other activity that you have as a committee and then deal with this matter perpendicularly. How I wish that all these police commanders, the IG and all those people involved that will summon, including the CS, can appear before the plenary, not even to your committee, but before the plenary, so that we can ask serious questions that maybe the 9 of you might be able not to handle. So Mr. Speaker, sir, today I'm very sad indeed that just the other day from Homa Bay County, we lost a member of parliament. Again, from Homa Bay County, we have lost a very young man who maybe could have aspired to become the member of parliament for Kasipuru Kabondo. So, Mr. Speaker, I think this is a matter that needs a lot of attention. It is an afternoon that we really need, not even to talk about parties. Whether there is an agreement, coalition agreement, or broad-based agreement or not, no Kenyan should die in a political cell. So don't tell us about the agreements on political parties. No, we are talking of a Kenyan, a young man who has passed on. So let's forget about the parties. Forget about whether I'm in UDA or not. UDA also condemns with the strongest terms possible this death of this young man. I'm a very senior member of UDA, and personally, I'm not happy that this guy, don't mind.
And I think it is high time that we have taken very serious action against the happenings as far as insecurity is concerned. Mr. Speaker, I saw the father of Albert actually on media trying to explain what happened to the son. And Mr. Speaker, you can imagine Albert having ugali and sukuma under a tree, and the police officers come with a motorbike and arrest the innocent young man. Mr. Speaker, if he was guilty, and I was actually hearing the father, he was saying the wife and the child were also seated there. He didn't even finish actually eating his ugali. Mr. Speaker, we should not allow loss of life in our country. This is happening. There are gangs all over actually recruited by so many people in this country, especially the politicians, Mr. Speaker. Yesterday, when this matter came up, so many of my colleagues came to me and said that we must summon IG to come and explain this matter to us. Mr. Speaker, we managed to summon, to ask IG to come and explain on this matter this morning, 11 o'clock. But unfortunately, it didn't work out, Mr. Speaker. National Assembly has requested IG to appear before them on Thursday morning at 10 o'clock. And they have requested also Senate to appear before Senate on Thursday midday. Mr. Speaker, this is a matter that police should not investigate because it's like they are investigating themselves. IPOA is in place. They should actually move with speed and ensure that investigation is carried out, and those who are concerned should be brought to books. Mr. Speaker, I request on Thursday midday, this should be the committee of the whole where we should be able to address all the matters affecting insecurity in this country. I thank you, and I pass my condolences to the family of Albert and the wife and the widow, the widow and the child. Mr. Speaker, this is a very serious matter that needs to be dealt with and put to a stop.
Second, the murder of Ojwang. We must stop killing our youth. We must stop killing our youth. There is no way that a young man is picked from Nyanza and is brought all the way to Nairobi, very healthy. The day before,
Mawathe,
the day before,
actually, Honorable Mawathe, you're out of topic. There was a statement issued today, earlier on,
about hitting his head.
Many members had a chance to respond to it. There is going to be a report being given next week. So stick to the Committee of Supply topic.
And of Madam Chair, it is important. This is of national interest. If there's a statement that's coming up, but it was wrong for us.
The statement already came up.
I know you said there's an additional point, and I hear you, and I'm fully guided. But the point still remains, the murder of Ojwang by hitting his head on the wall, that's not possible.
I have frequently been on public saying that we need to stop killing our children, that we must accept that we are the ones as adults in the house who've been messing up in this republic. Mr. Speaker, I have listened to all of us discuss in this house, and I hear everybody saying, no, let us make sure that this guy is arrested and all. What was Ojwang discussing that made this man kill him? It's corruption. The reason this young man was killed, he said the police service receives close to 56 billion shillings every year. This is the story. This is the big thing in this house. But we are talking about, Ojwang is killed, we need to arrest. This country of ours has to be fixed. And you are the people to fix it. And you are refusing to fix it. Because we are part and parcel of the mess of our country. And when we are discussing this thing, you politicize them. You say, oh, it's broad-based. Oh, it is all about those people are the ones who are on the other side. When this thing collapses, all of you will be in the same boat, I tell you. You will hang separately. Because you are the people betraying this republic. The police officers are a consequence of our failure. That is the reality. We have refused to accept that we can fix this country, that we can work together, that we don't have to be tribal, that we can actually act as adults. But we behave like children when everybody out there is crying, saying, where are the adults in the house? I beg you people, let us sit and fix our country.
Kwamba wao wametoka DCI Nairobi, kijana ametusi mkubwa wao, kwa hivyo wametuma kutoka Nairobi.
Why we were here and what has been happening, and we met here to conduct an autopsy. We met here to conduct an autopsy on the late. We were 5 pathologists here with myself as the lead pathologist, and all parties were represented in the process, including IPOA, other human rights organizations, Kenya National High Commission, Human Rights, Kenya Commission on Human Rights, Independent Medical Legal Organization, and all important, all interested parties. The family is also here. Now, we are in concurrence with regards to what happened as the cause of death for the late Albert Ojwang. We are sincerely sorry, and we condole with the family and the whole public about what happened. Now, following the autopsy that we've just done for 5 of us, we find that there were serious injuries to the head. There were also features of neck compression. There were also multiple soft tissue injuries that were spread all over the body, including the head also, the neck, upper limbs, and the trunk, and the lower limbs. These are injuries that externally inflicted from external source and are in keeping with assault. Now, upon conclusion, as we don't stop here, we go further to investigate. So we took various other samples from the body for analysis in forensic laboratory, and we are also inviting other interested investigative agencies to come up and with findings that can corroborate what we have just found concluded after the autopsy. Thank you very much. So the cause of death is very clear, as I've just mentioned. Head injury. We also have neck compression, and we also have other injuries spread all over the body. that are pointing towards assault. And as I've just mentioned, we've taken specimens, and other investigative agencies are going to assist in getting other pieces of evidence which, pieced up together, will help in corroborating what we've just found. That's what we found. So if you have any questions, then I can be free to answer what I can. Thank you.
Are you able to tell for how long did we endure this torture? Are you able to tell from what we did? Are you able to tell for how long did it take?
Well, it's arguable about whether it's sequential, but the time span, it's within a short time. It could be same time, it could be within 1 day, 2 days, or several days, but it's difficult to tell and date them, temporally, as in times of space.
A follow-up question. As an expert, I know the police gave some unreasonable reason as to why Ojwang died, saying he hit his head on the wall. As an expert and having examined the body, if that were to be the case, what signs would have been consistent with hitting one's head on the wall, and that the signs you've seen today completely dismiss that particular narrative? Well,
when I examine the whole, the pattern of the injuries, especially on the head, the bleeds, the hematoma that I found on the head, hitting against a blunt substance, a wall, would have a particular pattern, a frontal bleeds. But the bleeds that we found on the scalp, on the skin of the head, was partially spread on all aspects, including the face, the sides of the head, and also the back of the head. When we tie up together with other injuries that are well spread in the body, including the upper limbs and the trunk, then this is unlikely to be self-inflicted injury.
Thank you. Another question. From Citizen TV. Were there signs of self-defense?
We have found a number of injuries. What I've just mentioned, maybe because of the audience, I'll not describe them here in more detail. Please do. But what I would generally state is that there were signs of struggle within that. There were signs of struggle generally for consumption, but they are well described in the report that we'll deliver for consumption for investigative purposes. Yes.
Thank you. One last one. I know brief the family. Is the family satisfied?
Yes, we have all of us. We were 5 pathologists, and often we invite pathologists to represent different parties that are interested in this, and the family is well represented, and we are in agreement as to what I'm speaking here now. We're in concurrence, that's so to speak. Yes.
Can we possibly have a family lawyer?
The family lawyer is here, and the president of LSK.
Faith, LSK president, Faith. Tupatie nafasi hapa. Tusonge nyuma kidogo.
Let's create space for media, can you move that way a bit so that Faith can come in as well? What have
Faith. Daktari, tunaomba just a step to nyuma so that we don't block.
Can we allow some more space so that the doctor can stand?
Ipande fungueni.
Kwanza huku tafadhali.
Hapo na microphone.
Anaweza kwa sababu daktari no.
Yes, they're expanding so that let's be organized.
Let's expand. We were also in there for 2 days. Tafadhali, they're doing for us. Let's sit up, kusikiza.
Can you have some order?
Anasema hataki kukontroliwa. Sio anataka pizza ikae.
Shout kabisa, hata unipeleke ndani. You know, they can't even. Ndio nataka
Hata nakwambia usimame hapo. Allow us to help you in this. Zile kamera. Simama hapa tafadhali.
Hivyo.
Mike tunaweza shika tu wawili. Wengine wapo.
Hapa kuna okay, why can't you
watatu wakushika mic?
Leta nikushikie.
Wacha tugawe.
Haya.
Why can't they give you some of the mics for ushike? Yeah.
Ipande. Patieni daktari pia
space. Okay, sawa.
Are we okay? Yeah, to the father. Father ameonekana. It's okay.
Comrades, high moral. High discipline.
Good morning, members of the Fourth Estate. So this morning, we are here at Central Police Station because of the issues that all of us are aware of. And with me, I have the two DIGs, Mr. Ngat and Mr. Masegeri, and also the Deputy DCI. And we are also accompanied by the chair of IPOA, Independent Police Oversight Authority, because they are the ones undertaking the investigations as mandated by the law. So, I have a brief chronology of events that led to the death of Albert Omodi Ojwang. On Friday, 6th June 2025, Albert Omodi Ojwang was arrested in Homa Bay County by DCI detectives for the offense of false publication. Records indicate that he was transported to Nairobi, where he was questioned by officers from the DCI headquarters on Saturday. He was later booked at the Central Police Station at the occurrence book number 136/7/6/2025 at 21:35 hours. During a routine cell inspection, Ojwang was found unconscious. He was immediately rushed to Bagathi Hospital for treatment, as documented at the occurrence book number 9/08/06 of 2025 at 01:39 hours. Upon arrival, he was declared dead. Given the circumstances surrounding the incident, it was necessary to investigate the death in accordance with regulations governing death in police custody, and in line with the statutory requirements, the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, IPOA, was duly notified to commence investigations. Additionally, to ensure a thorough, impartial, and expeditious investigations by the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, I ordered the interdiction of the following officers with immediate effects. Number one is the officer commanding the station, that is the Central Police Station OCS, the duty officer who was on duty during the night in question, the cell sentry on duty at the time, all officers who were on duty at the report office that night, and any other officer found to have been on duty or otherwise involved during the incident. The National Police Service remains committed to upholding the rule of law, human rights, transparency, and accountability within the service. And we will provide all the necessary support to the independent investigative agencies in order to resolve this case, and we will provide further updates as the investigation progresses. The National Police Service condoles with the family and friends and relatives of the late Albert Omodi Ojwang, and asks for their patience as we get to the bottom of this matter. Thank you very much. I now invite the chair, IPOA, to say one or two things. Chair, please. Bismillah. As the IG has said, we were informed about the death of the young man in police custody yesterday. Actually, the IG sent me a copy of the signal. And so from last night, we had already commenced the investigations. We have dispatched our team here. They have come here last night. They are still here today. They have visited the scene. Last night I had decided to come and see for myself this place where the death occurred. And I had informed the IG that I was going to come. So then he told me, actually I'm also going there, let's meet there. So I don't have much information to tell you from my POA, just to confirm that we have received the information about the death from the IG, and we have commenced our investigations in accordance with the law. And we want to assure, I watched the Ojwang on TV crying. Any parent will feel the same pain when you have lost your son. I want to assure him and members of the public that IPOA will do everything possible to ensure that justice is served for the family and to Kenyans. And we're very happy that the IG has already interdicted all the officers who are in this station at the material time. That's why we have IPOA here, so that they can actually be able to establish what really happened. And remember, in my statement, I've indicated that I will be giving updates as and when we get any update that is really necessary. Number two, on the body having been confirmed dead at Bagadi Hospital, then ordinarily because it is a sudden death, then State Mortuary